Welcome to Basic Sign Language. Essential words in sign language.
Like is done with your dominant hand. And it starts on the chest. Pull your hand away while making your middle finger and your thumb come together, as if grabbing a thread. Feel is signed by taking your open, dominant hand, pointing your middle finger inward while facing you, then touching it to the center of your chest in a small upward circular motion a couple of times. To sign happy, take your open hands, or both hands, and brush up your chest a couple of times.
To sign show, open your non-dominant hand with fingers separated, and point to the center of your palm with your dominant index finger. This is a directional sign. Once the sign is made, point the open hand to the person. Show me, for example, pulls the hand toward oneself, whereas show you points toward the listener. To sign hard of hearing, make an H. Point straight ahead of you, and drop it to you chest height. Have it bounce up, and over to the right, and back down again, in a small arch. Sort of like drawing a lowercase n in the air. To sign deaf, use your pointer finger, and touch from the side of your mouth to your ear, or you can go from ear to mouth, either way works. The sign for finished looks like you are pushing something away with your pinkies. Start the sign by taking both your hands opened up with palms facing you. Flick your hands around so that you end with your palms facing out. Finished is the same sign as all done.
To sign no problem.
First sign no. Take your index finger together with your middle finger of your dominant hand and tap them together with your thumb. Then sign problem. Take both hands. Make a fist with the index and middle finger of both hands slightly raised. Twist both hands at the wrist from left to right, touching the knuckles of the index and middle fingers together on both hands for both twists.
To sign take care, make the letter K with both hands. Place your dominant hand on top of the other, and tap twice. Applause can also mean yay and hooray, or kudos. To sign applause, hold your hands in the air and twist them a couple of times. What is signed by turning up your open hands with fingers spread apart and hands slightly curved and relaxed. Move both hands back and forth simultaneously while furrowing your brow as you question, what? The sign for with is made by forming the letter A with both hands. Place both your hands together, palms facing. To sign ignore, form the number 4 with your dominant hand, and with palm facing you, touch your nose, and push hand away from your body. Where is signed by sticking your dominant index finger out and wiggling it sideways. It's also important to furrow your brow, a facial cue that you are asking a question. As you ask and sign, where is? Signing dance. Looks a bit like a pair of swinging Elvis legs on the dance floor. Take your non-dominant hand and hold it out in front of you, with the palm side facing up. With your dominant hand, extend your middle and index fingers like an upside down V, and swing them back and forth, above your open palm. The sign for from starts with the dominant hand in a one-hand shape, and then changes into an X. The non-dominant hand starts and stays as a 1. Pull the dominant hand away from the non-dominant hand as if pulling back a string on a bow.
The sign for meaning can also be used to mean purpose or intent. When done with furrowed eyebrows, this sign is used to ask what does that mean? Or what is the meaning of? To sign meaning, your non-dominant hand will take the number 5 sign, while your dominant hand will take the number 2 sign. Twist your dominant hand at the wrist, left then right using your index and middle finger. Then tap the center of the palm of your non-dominant hand on both twists. Share. In sign language, looks like you are dividing something up into portions. You take your non-dominant arm with hand open flat and perpendicular to your body, with thumb pointing up. Your dominant hand will make a loose T shape with your non-dominant hand, as it sits on top of the other and waves back and forth, as if dividing up something. Sit. In sign language, looks like a person sitting on a ledge. Start by holding your non-dominant hand horizontally, with index and middle fingers extended to make the ledge. Take your dominant hand, with index and middle fingers extended together, in a slight hook to make the person's legs, and sit them on the ledge. To sign time, we point to our wrist and tap once as if pointing to a wristwatch. To ask for the sign for something, extend your 2 index fingers and rotate them inward toward your body as they turn alternately, like wheels parallel to each other. To sign water, make the sign for W. Then tap your index finger on your chin a couple of times.
See you soon.